Welcome to another episode of Wetlands Zone 1 gardening, permaculture garden. Right here we have a couple of wild pineapple, aka penguin bromeliads. We're going to plant at least one of these in the Wetlands Zone 1. We got a nice prickly pear cactus pad there. We're going to try to find a place to put it in a slightly higher area, see how well it does in the wetlands. And probably a few other things. I'm going to take a little shovel and just pick a little patch of, or two of these papayas here. And I'm going to put some more dirt where these holes are. And I'm going to put these in the little banana mound that I made. We got a clump of the papaya seedlings. They're still small. Probably won't, fruit, or at least mature fruit. But this is just stuff that's going to keep the ground from moving, soybeans and ground covers and different things, sweet potatoes. So we got some there, we got a couple here, and we got some right. I'm looking directly in the sun almost here. Hopefully you guys can see. Also harvesting a little plant of sunchoke from here. They are really hard to get out now. I probably should have just put one tuber in each pot. But we'll see how it does. I got a really small clump of the annual Mexican sunflowers, which are orange in color versus yellow. So we got a couple little groups of these. Mexican tithonia, annual tithonia, which is different, which is actually some closely related to the sunchoke, which is a sunflower. And I guess it's closely related to the Mexican sunflower, with the perennial Mexican sunflower. So I've put the pad, the cactus pad, just cleared the top weeds and grass and stuff, and kind of loosened up the sand, pushed the dirt in, just covered the front and back a little bit. This guy should be already calloused over and ready to go. We'll see how well this wild pineapple. This is not an easy area to dig in. Just did the best I could with this little shovel and put it in there. Probably give it a little bit of water and kind of forget about it. And this is an area where we really don't do a lot of maintenance on, so hopefully we won't stumble across it while doing, something later and have, a nightmare scenario there. I'm going to go collect a seedling or two of the red surinam cherries. I'm going to plant them, just a couple for now. And eventually I'll plant the black seedling, but I'm going to put them pretty far away from each other. These guys survived probably about a 24-degree freeze. So we just got some random ones, under the tree. I've got a few more in a little raised bed, but I might just let those guys, grow out in that bed. I've got two of the largest seedlings here, I believe, about 12 to 15 inches, I guess. And yeah, let's hope for the best. One of them, the biggest one, and almost full sun here. So it may not have a lot of protection from the cold. We'll see how it does. It's basically close to where I planted the Himalayan mulberry. Got this other guy, kind of in the middle of nowhere. Very hard to dig ground, so I kind of twisted my shovel a lot to try to loosen it up as best as I could. It's got quite a bit of sun, not quite as much, so it's got a little bit of shade for protection. If these guys don't survive, we'll obviously put new ones in more shady areas to give them more protection. Finally, I think we're going to plant this Zill's black seedling surinam cherry. Pretty nice size, 3-4 foot. Probably a little less when it's in the ground, but probably 2.5, 3 foot. As you can see, it's not straight up. It's kind of weeping a little bit. So I will put this in a pretty good shaded area just to give it that extra cold protection, even if it means not getting full sun, which equals, more productivity and stuff. May just do it right here around this taro garden, just over here where some of these overgrown grasses are, so it's full of fertility, slightly up on the ground, which it probably is okay off the ground, but the amount of shade here is pretty nice. So if it's going to survive anywhere, this would be probably just as good as anywhere else, without going out of the zone, out of this Wetlands Zone 1 area. So there we have it. The whole purpose, I guess, of planting a massive amount of surinam cherries and stuff over time is to have a good harvest. You know, sometimes we have off years where we don't get a lot from a single tree. We have like a bad couple freezes like we had, you know, the 2022, 2023 winter. You know, we had two that, you know, it at least hit down to about 24 here. Some people said it hit down to like 18, 19, 20 degrees in certain parts of Florida. So our regular red one took a big hit, but it's alive. It's coming back from the roots. A lot of the seedlings didn't appear to take a hit at all. But yeah, let's plant them all over the place, and eventually we can use the black ones and try to get some other black varieties. There's at least two, maybe three that I know of, zills and like a couple other varieties that are superior supposedly. So it'd be nice if we had, you know, 10 surinam cherries just producing, you know, even if it's like 30 to 50 fruit per tree each year. Maybe more in certain years, maybe zero when we have these frosts. But yeah, we need more quantity, because I think most people in this house likes these, despite their kind of resinous, pine resin-ish flavor. So our first tree, the red one, unnamed cultivar, just seedling, has produced seedlings for us, and it'll continue, as far as I know, to keep producing fruits and seedlings. And yeah, they're a novelty item unless we can get the quantity up. You know, it could be from a trail snack to, you know, a big harvest for whatever. Maybe we can make jam or something with them. I don't know. But I think that's enough from this episode of Wetlands Zone 1. We are just, you know, slowly getting it together.